And we're started.
We pick up after where we last left off. We pick up with Orlain coming back from that trip with Isa. I'll move Isa over about probably over here if you want to move as well, Orlain. Now I'll ask: does anybody have something that they want to do? Do I want to go first? Anybody at all?
I mean, I've already told you what I want to do.
Do you want that to be the first scene?
I don't know. Does anybody else have anything they want to do?
I do, but I always do. So
Yeah,
there's nothing I don't want to do.
I know. I know. We know, Mira. We know. All right. So,
You want to talk about your feelings, Tegan?
Aurelia's. You stop the fucking meme. I just registered it. God damn it, Zed. Aurelia's eating. Agate's not verbal right now. Cupronickel's still waking up. So, Tryphon, what are you doing and where are you at right now?
He'd still be in the fucking woods, I guess.
Oh, I have the perfect map for this and it'd be fucking hilarious. Alright. So, Orlain, you get home with Isa and you notice a couple things. First off, is Tryphon's not back. Tryphon has wandered. Have you wandered out of the encampment zone into the woods, or where have you headed?
He probably would be, like, along the border, I guess you could say.
You'd be okay. So along the border, you've been pointed through a couple people to there's a good place, a good opening within the woods if you're looking for a place to just relax or meditate. Be careful; it's kind of ruinous. Go ahead and put your token on the map, please.
Okay. Like, anywhere on the map?
Anywhere on the map.
There we go.
I'm gonna make you old. What do you as you do find this place? It's a bit ruined. You see that this was like, with the knowledge that you have now, you understand that this was probably a plaza that had been overgrown and destroyed. This place, this clearing in the woods, kind of puts into perspective for you that this war has been going on a long time. That's the first thing that pops in your head, because I'm looking at your sheet and I see your passive insight. This is the first thing that kind of pops into your head as you witness before you one of the oldest, most decrepit, thank God there's no water in it, fountains before you. What do you do? And I'll ask you this question actually. What class are
Yeah.
you?
Blood Hunter.
Alright.
Yeah, no, he switched because Isa said that she would teach him things, so here we are.
So here you are. Are you waiting on Isa?
No. As far as I know, uh, he's thinking Isa will come get him when she's ready for whatever lessons she's got for him. Right now, he's mostly just wandering, exploring, making sure nothing's going to come fuck shit up.
You are patrolling the perimeter. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
So, um, I'll say, do you take time to? Do you take time to do your little roundabout, or do you want to try to make a check to do it? It would be survival.
He takes his time doing it.
All right. So let's say, how thorough do you want to be?
Not obscenely thorough, but still thorough enough that he feels comfortable he didn't miss anything.
I'd say with Blood Hunter being your class and how your satyr nature of going through wilderness by nature, it only takes you about an hour. You're there for about an hour. And as you are patrolling, you notice a couple wildlife getting nearby, but then that some of their hooves or their paws touch that first cement floor, and they're like, "Nope, I'm good," and get her off. Not a wonderful uh, provision to what's happening, but to where you decided to wait. But you remain. You eventually finish up your patrol, your little roundabout, and you come upon back to the centerpiece. Nothing's changed. You are alone.
Yeah. How ruined is the fountain in front of him? Like, do there's still like visible ledges that he would be able to sit on? Yeah.
With a 20 passive investigation, I'd say yes. You definitely can see, like, maybe around this area, or if you want to get all coolly, you could sit on the center one. It's fallen down enough that it basically looks like a stool with like a little cement border, but you don't know how stable that one would be.
Yeah, no, he's mostly just looking at that edge, like along here.
All right.
He
Yeah.
just he goes to sit down on the edge and just take a moment by himself before. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just closing the little audio gaps because I'm
Ah, okay.
trying to focus up.
But he sits on the edge, just taking this moment to be by himself, be with his thoughts before he thinks about what Arthur had said and what Orlain had mentioned about the weapons before and he goes to summon the Naginata that he currently has.
How does it appear in your hand as you summon it from the aether?
Like, are we talking appearance or the materialization itself?
Both. I don't think we've ever talked about how your Naginata looks. What does Tryphon's Naginata look like?
I mean, it probably follows the same theme as the rest of his weapons, looking more practical than extravagant. It looks like it's a very sturdy weapon that could probably be used both to hit something and probably as a support for like walking.
All right. So more than likely, it's got one of those thicker. Uh, a lot of the time, some Naginatas will have a heavier substance on the lower end, almost like a mace to the pommel. Is that sort of the situation going on?
Kind of. The uh, handle at the main body of the Naginata is probably a bit thicker than it would be for most people. Something very sturdy.
All right. All right. How does the materialization appear?
I'm thinking on that.
All right. Doesn't have to be difficult nor
Yeah.
complicated. It can be. Yeah.
I guess it's like a breeze. If that makes any sense. That probably doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Like a collection of wind swirling around your hands and forming to make the weapon itself.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He forms this weapon. He forms the naginata, and he just sort of rests it against in his lap horizontally and stares at it for a long moment before he and how you would probably expect Tryphon to do it. Just so do I just say things to you, or how does that work? How does this work?
Give me an Arcana check.
Fucking. Oh, it's the one of the few I actually have a proficiency in it. Go figure. What does the advantage come from again?
Probably an ability you have, but double check.
Yeah.
Be sure before.
I'm double checking all that. That's an intelligence check, so. Give me a
Doesn't have
fucking
to be
sec.
explained at the moment. We can focus on it later.
Yeah, no. I've got the little advantage marker next to it, so.
All right.
I guess I have advantage with it. So, boom. Fucking both of them 17.
Hey, nice. You ask the question. Simple question. You ask and sort of await. And eventually, through moments in time, I'd say maybe 5 minutes goes by. Just before you feel the urge to maybe like
Just long enough for
that better
Tryphon
be
to start
fucking
rubbing the bridge
fireworks,
of.
not a gunshot.
Huh?
I hear pow pow pows.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's fireworks, but it could be gunshots.
Let's say it's fireworks, so for the sake of mind.
It's fireworks. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I just heard the fizzle. I heard the fizzle pop, you know? Whenever it goes
Okay.
up and then pops and then fizzles a bit. Yeah, I heard that one. Must be a party going
Yeah.
on nearby. Alright, so
The silence lasts long enough for Tryphon to like pinch at the bridge of his nose, just like, what am I doing?
against your back you feel a presence. I don't know. What are we doing?
He fucking head snaps to look over his shoulder.
Nobody. You don't see a person. In fact, when you look behind you, you don't see anything. It's pitch black.
I mean, seems like I'm going the right direction, at least.
For what? You hear this effeminate voice again.
Well, I was. No. One of my teammates said I could talk with my weapon and. Are you my weapon?
Yeah. The voice is now, again, it always seems to be behind you, but facing you.
Yeah, no, he's looking around trying to figure out where the fuck this is happening.
I feel like it devolves into Tryphon trying to do like the dog catching his tail thing, like, what's happening? And just eventually it comes to the, stop spinning. I'm getting dizzy.
Just like,
I'm in
okay.
your hand. Reflection.
He looks down at the blade, trying to get the looking at the reflection.
You're just seeing the world as dark. You're looming over the blade. Hold me to the light.
All right, okay.
You listen, yeah?
Yeah.
You hold the blade, the naginata at attention, pommel to the ground, and you hold it to the light, and in your reflection, you see a figure. A female figure, adorned in something that stings at your heart of how familiar it is, but you know that is not the weapon that you start. That is not the king's greatsword. That's not your weapon. Instead, it is adorned. You can only see their upper torso. So from the waist up, you see this feminine figure. I regret to say humanoid shaped, but only because it takes you a while to recognize the vest, the cropped vest she is wearing, is that a cropped vest. The fuzz that connects the rest of her exposed skin is fur. Something not feline, but of that descent, of that family, something stronger. She is adorned in these symbols along where her fur is, and these bones, these sorts of, as if everything that she is adorned in, guarding herself from, was hunted. Well, what are we talking about?
I was mostly just trying to get to know you better.
Know me again? You've already forgotten me, so.
And he would realize she's referring to the previous cycle, yeah.
Yes.
Just I don't plan for that to happen again.
Then where's my brother?
Your brother?
Yes. I am one, where is two? You have the weapon, where is my beast? My brother.
The creature I saw that in my dream before?
Oh. You don't remember.
Speak up.
She mumbles to herself, like kind of like, no, you don't remember.
There's a lot of things I've forgotten. Not by choice.
Then why did you remember a blade that wasn't me? You had me take its shape.
I don't know. It's what I knew when I woke up.
But it wasn't me. I am small, curved. Her figure kind of shields themselves behind your body again, and you feel that touch along your back.
He does shift the blade a bit, seeing if he can still watch her, but he doesn't move away from her touch.
You shift the blade. Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
You are trying to shift the blade while keeping the sunlight so you can see the reflective nature of it. Because of how you described the naginata, the blade is sturdy, which means it is not as thick and exaggerated as it normally is. So your reflective point is smaller. With a 15, you are able to kind of gleam at least one portion of her, and her head is against your back. I thought you'd never forgotten me before.
This was someone else's doing. I don't remember much. I just know they did something.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I just looked into the muted VC and I'm confused now. Anyways.
I've been in the muted VC. I don't know when. I appeared at Cheesecake, and it's just been downhill from there. So, okay. So, you hear her again. I'll repeat it real quick. We've forgotten before, but you always had us. You never left us. You were always there with us. So why changed? Why don't you have us anymore?
Are you... I don't know what changed. I just... Something different happened, I think. I didn't even wake up as most people would have. I had no faction, nothing of the sort.
Kind of unwinds a bit. Still listening. Just that essential of great. I need answers and you don't got them, and I can't give answers because I don't know what is an answer. Kind of just still there. My brother, we need to find him. He'll know what to do. He always knows what to do.
Do you know where we left him last?
No. I went with you whenever you began again. And he never stays in one place.
Well, if I've always found him before, then I should be able to find him again, yeah?
Will you?
I'm certain, yeah. I just need to find the first clue.
There is no response this time. Sort of just the waiting.
Yeah. He does reach up with his free hand over his shoulder, like, because is she still like close to his back, or has she moved away?
She's not moved away. She's still
Yeah.
pressed up against your back. That is
Just trying to do like the pat sort of thing.
You go to kind of like touch her, and your hand just kind of, oh, magic feels tingly.
It's just woo, woo, woo. He does pause for a moment before just. Can I at least know your name again? And his if possible?
We didn't have a real name. You just called us. Call me Teach.
Teach?
Teach.
Alright. I'll call you Teach then. I'm glad I was at least able to talk to you, Teach.
A nod before you watch her. No, I said teach. T. I have a speech impediment and you can't hear me. Before she does begin to fade, and instead of, the natural, like, oh, anime-esque, she fades into the wind. No, she's absorbed into you. Like, thank God she's made of light, because this is some Clive Barker style shit, man. Of, like, back into you.
In Studio Ghibli, ruffled feathers sort of thing. Just. Ugh.
Yeah. Hold on, I can make that noise. I've been told no, never mind.
Slurp.
Alright. With that, you do not feel Teach anymore.
I need to stop looking at the PC, but yeah. Is he just back in the clearing again?
You never left. As it kind of unveils you, your whole back, it's like a radius of sun kind of unveils around you and expands to where you are now just back in the clearing by yourself.
If he could look even more like a sad wet cat than he was before, he fucking does. Just. Oh boy, another person that I've managed to unintentionally disappoint. But after a bit, he does turn to start heading back to the main camp.
You go to return to the main camp, and as you do, just give me a perception check, please.
Perception time. I also have advantage on that. I have a lot of advantages. I need to double check on that. $25.
You catch the shadow. I don't think you would turn to look at him, but you do catch the shadow of one horn watching you from a distance.
I can fix him. Anyways.
Wrong. Sorry. Was I not muted?
Nope. You unmuted, my friend. You unmuted, and then you, like, I think you unmuted in prep to the scene changing, but you unmuted a little bit too early, bud. As we return to here.
Which direction am I going to be? Okay, there I go.
You're just gonna be in the void for a bit. We're gonna keep you over here in the void off the road. It takes a fucking while to get back here.
I'm just in the void. It's fine. Anyways.
So, with that out of the way, around this time, Orlain, this is when you would be returning.
Probably talking with Isa about, like, the red flags as we talked about.
Red flag. Yeah.
Red flags are for marriages, as somebody else said to me. This is awful. But I think it's a moment of he is actively still wearing the white button up. And I do think if Aurelia is outside, so she doesn't, because of all of their collective trauma from Jack, she doesn't see Orlain first. Just sees the white button up.
How dare you make her uncomfortable in her own home?
Yeah. And then probably tries to figure out why it's walking right next to Isa, who would have assassinated him on sight, I think. So, especially after, like, knowing that Orlain talked to her about things, whether what she anticipates or if it's not, it would have come up in conversation. And just, oh, that's Orlain. Why does Orlain have the fucking shirt? Like, that level of what the fuck? And he's just happily talking to Isa. Like, much happier than he was when leaving. And he's just like, so, I can't really explain much of why I wanted to go out to see him, but it did turn out pretty well. You don't seem too pleased.
Because it was cold?
Yes, it was evening. An evening out here is typically very cold, and just kind of starts walking.
Fair enough. That's not her at all. Fair enough, fair enough. Just don't do nothing stupid.
That's part of my menagerie of things to do. Being stupid is part of the puzzle.
And talk to Hopper first, then, if you're gonna do anything stupid.
I don't know what you mean. I would never do anything too drastically stupid. You know, like talking to Jack. Oh, by the way, do you need some help with that? And points to the chest.
No. She's no diffing the chest, by the way.
Yeah, that's why he asked. I was like, do you need help? No? Okay. And just kind of trots along after her. I was like, oh, okay. This is just a walk for us now.
I needed help digging it up, but carrying it, well, it was really easy.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't genuinely think it would take that long. Well,
it was dug up already.
Ah. That was, I presume, his right hand?
Maybe.
I don't know much about them. I've seen one offhand, and the other was talked about briefly. It was a little more. I've had more conversation with Jack himself, for good or for bad. And he hasn't stopped smiling.
Just head pat. You look good.
Yeah. I had a mental breakdown again. I think I needed it. Just kind of walks over. And like leans against the hedge work a little bit. Just, as far as I'm concerned, this whole thing with Jack, and his voice gets a little softer. I think we're misunderstanding him. But I've always considered that as an option. I just have more proof this time. And I don't think it's within my realm of capability to out him on that. I don't think he would mind. I just don't think he would care for it much if I put him on blast, as it were.
What?
And he just laughs and kind of skirts around the hedge and keeps walking.
What is? If we like him, why are you blasting him?
I do think Aurelia would catch the purple hair, long purple hair, and just like, oh,
Horrible.
yeah, and just, oh, that's Orlain. Why is he wearing the thing?
Audible processing. Visually uncomfortable while she does so.
Isa, hey, she may have one eye, but she can read a room, motherfucker. I'll go set this up, sets it down, and escapes into the room.
Aurelia.
Orlain.
Oh, in like mid walking across the bridge, kind of stares at Silas. Because I think Rook would have updated him on like, yeah, I'm kind of waiting on Silas from the last time they talked.
Yeah.
It was just like points at him with that expression of like, why is he still here? Like, not in a bad way, just like, why is he still here? He's like, Aurelia, I did want to bring up to you, and he's still not taking off the shirt that is over his usual one. So it is a little uncomfy, probably.
Oh, 100%.
He's like, all right, so I'm going to go talk to Rook soon. Hopefully he's still not there. If he is, I can bring him something to eat. But he did kind of update me on some of the situation. And I do think it's
Oh.
a good idea for him to take care of Silas. We're not exactly, how should I say this? We're not exactly the healthiest people to be around.
I'm
Yet.
not going to argue that, but I have a reason for not wanting Rook to take him right away.
It's been a couple of days. He's been out there waiting.
I mean, he also didn't ask me to elaborate on why. He just grumped and walked off.
Yes, because he's lost. Sorry, Silas, this is gonna come as a surprise to you. He's lost multiple people because of us, hon. Whether we want to admit to that or not, we've lost people, and he has lost more than us. And he just wants some sense of normalcy.
Look,
Are we going to take
I
that from him?
do you want to hear my reason for why I did what I did?
Of course I do. I just want you to bear in mind that everyone else also has their reasons for wanting to do things. But go ahead. And he kind of walks over, pats Silas on the arm, and takes a seat near Cece. And is like, hello.
The baby.
Mhm.
Sort of sighs and like she seems a little frustrated but not upset and I just thought Silas deserved a chance to figure out who he is around people who wouldn't expect him to be who he was.
And who has that expectation? When have we ever had that expectation that anybody had to be a certain way? When has Rook?
I don't know. It makes sense to me, okay?
I know it makes sense to you, but it's. He kind of clicks his tongue, of like, not in a depreciating way, it's just a thing that he does. And I don't know how to phrase this in a way that makes sense, but he is going to be in the best hands he possibly can, and I'm saying that with full understanding of who Rook is. He's going to be in a place where he can figure out who he is safely, and that's not near us. We always have the communicators. He can always contact us.
Is here not safe? I know we're
Here,
not going to be staying here forever, but
I don't know how long we're going to be staying here, is the issue. I don't want Rook to be alone, waiting that whole time when he wants to go home, to his home. We can't take that choice from him simply by keeping, unfortunately, someone he cares about hostage.
that's my point. He doesn't know Silas yet.
And you're not letting him.
He's not letting himself. There's nothing stopping him from coming and talking to Silas.
Points at
I'm
where
not
Izanani
stopping
went.
him.
Points at where Izanani went. Those two have beef.
Nobody told me that.
Yeah, I had to learn that kind of the hard way when I brought up Rook offhandedly. But I can understand why he does not want to be in here. I know you're trying to do the best you can, but sometimes people are going to make mistakes. You got to let them. You have to let yourself make mistakes and be okay with it.
How am I supposed to do that when almost every mistake we've made has resulted in someone's death?
Because we did the best we could. And sometimes that just isn't enough. But you get better and you work on it. And maybe next time will be different. And even if it isn't, maybe the next time. Okay?
Sure.
He doesn't have to go today. I'm going to go check up on Rook. But looks at Silas. If I ask you to look after my cousin, Rook, could you do that for me?
Yes. What's a cousin?
Family. He is someone very, very important to me.
Mm. Okay.
You don't have to leave immediately. I'll be talking with him one more time. But we can get you packed up by tomorrow. Is that okay, Aurelia?
Sort of shrugs and looks away.
It's not meant to be easy, love. Saying goodbye never is. So don't say goodbye. Just say see you later. And he stands up, pats Cece on the head, and kind of walks around them. Is Cupronickel kind of standing there?
Did Cupronickel not leave in the last session to go somewhere?
If that was the case, then I can work with that.
Technically, both of them left to go do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just forgot to move their tokens.
So he's going to head over to go visit his dad and not jump scare him the same way of like, hey, I have a thing I had to tell you. And he's just gonna be like, oh no, not again. What did you do? Like, it's the same tone of when he was like fucking 18, 19 in the cycle fresh. Just like, hey, hey, Commander. Yeah. Yeah, you want to tell me this right now? Like that kind of thing?
Like the fucking Hey Commander just has the Dorime, Atuse Dorime of him looking at the window like type beat.
No, he literally goes, hey, Dad. Same tone as Hey, Commander.
Dorime.
He is still like trying not to seem like he's too attached to the shirt, but he is still wearing it. Kind of around his waist now. Like, Dad, have you been up all night?
In your head. No.
Squint. All right. Mind if I come visit?
Sure. You're always welcome in my room. What's up?
Just kind of walks kind of over here. Like, it's. I think I need to just relax for a bit. And you're the most relaxing person I know. Kind of steps inside.
All right.
And he does like head over to his dad and like kind of almost like in that kid way of I had an experience today and it's not the experience that is bad. It's my reaction to it that was, and I don't feel good. I'm gonna sit here against the wall. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna just be chill. That kind of response.
Yeah.
So he just kind of sits there and kind of tucks his knees to his chest and sits there.
Clyde is currently working on something.
He kind of glances up of like hearing the I presume tinkering of like either metal or wood.
No, actually, it's something a bit more arcane. This man is working on what I can best describe is drip welding something.
Mm, I kind of understand.
So drip welding is whenever you take a blowtorch and a roll of this metal that melts very easily, but once re-solidifies is a type of weld. It's common. What you commonly do is you can place the metal wire, up against a connecting point and just blowtorch, let it fill, let it cool, blowtorch. It's also used to weld copper pipes together.
Mm,
So it acts sort of uh one of Gray's buddies does it, and he makes crowns and stuff. That's a drip weld.
mm. I think Orlain is just kind of quietly watching. He doesn't know his. Funnily enough, the stuff that he has from Clyde's artificing weapon is one of his worst weapons to wield because he's very bad at it. So he's kind of just watching, seeing if he can quietly not interrupt and just watch.
He seems to be
But
working on a bracelet of sorts. He
a
has the
what?
leather work down. Hmm?
He's working on a what?
A type of bracelet. It's a thick banded bracelet. You see a leather kind of bind there. It's already been engraved with some things, a little runic looking. And you see him holding this magical sort of torch in one hand and a spool of metal in the other, and he's gently connecting two pieces that are sort of floating in front of him.
I would say, like, he's very cautious not to interrupt train of thought because that seems like a dangerous thing to do at the current moment. I can't say this is new, but it's new for me. What, what are you doing?
I'm working on a bracelet. Your materia guards are familiar, they're well known. I was going to work on something that they could be reforged for. Illusionary runes set in.
A nod.
That
I,
way, yes.
mm, I was just going to mention I've been trying to work on runes myself, and they're very confusing.
Yes, they are. They're more confusing than they need be, but they are worth it.
I'd
Once
assume
you learn
so.
them, once you learn them, it is difficult to forget.
He kind of fidgets a little bit, kind of remembering all the things he's been told about himself. Just kind of out of nowhere, he goes, I have a sister.
Hmm. And how is Jackie?
No, 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 no. Jackie, I think is fine. We talk off and on. Um, she's at the other base. But I mean, sister, um, Brooke told me about my twin.
Hmm. So you didn't remember a twin, you were told about a twin.
A nod.
Has he been chewed out for it?
Why would he be? He was trying to help.
Come here.
Just the lost puppy mentality of like, what did I do? What did I say? As he like gets up and walks over.
He hands you the spool of metal. Hold this steady. Whatever you do, do not move it from that location.
All right.
And he begins to switches from letting it float and then moves it to where where you basically are pressing it against it and the flames hold. He holds the flames there. As the spool begins to melt to a point where it's starting to get closer to your hand, and then eventually it's like you catch on quickly that if it keeps climbing, it's going to ruin the spool of metal. Do you do anything?
I think he tries to kind of mimic what he had been watching been done of like he was told not to, but it's also like I don't want you to ruin what you're doing. You're in the middle of something. I'm not gonna just let you ruin it to prove a point. And he kind of like processes like there's a point being proven here. It was like, oh, Dad, what? What is it?
I told you not to move, but you moved. Why?
Because it's going to ruin it otherwise.
Kind of like a memory. Someone tells you how you remember, but you know how you wish to remember. Changes perspective, changes awareness. I told you not to move, and if you hadn't, the spool of metal would be ruined. You knew to move. You saved the spool. Why?
Because I didn't want you to have to remake anything. Why would I want to do that? I care about you and the things you do.
And I care about you. But I still told you something, asked you to do something that would have ruined my spool.
Yes? What's the point
And
here?
there's a line for when the ones we care about and the things we care about blur with the things that we need to discover on our own. If someone tells you you have a sister but you don't remember her, it blurs the line between them caring about you and more caring about who you used to be. It is more of a selfish act than anything else. Like asking you to ruin my spool by not moving. I could have asked you to hold the flames. But I didn't. Why?
So they're proving a point. I still don't.
I'm not proving a point, Orlain. I'm making a point. What would happen differently if I had asked you to hold the flames? Same instruction. Stand still, hold the flames.
You could have moved it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Could
But I
have.
asked you to hold. But I asked you to hold the spool, and I moved the flames. But I did the same thing you did. I stayed still.
He kind of puffs out his cheeks and was like, Rook means well. He's just worried about me.
I'm not saying he's not. The path to hell is paved with good intentions.
He kind of tilts his head again, kind of like a lost puppy.
It's an old saying. Basically, you can say, well, I opened the door for them. But I told them that they were not right. They were as technos. So I held the door open for them, but then I stabbed them in the back. The good intention, if not followed through with a better action, is just a stone way to hell.
I'm like, this is a bit. This is not how that works. But like, Orlain does not say that. That's not what that. That's not what that saying means.
I
But he
know.
just nods. I don't mind being told things about myself. After all, I have no proof to say otherwise.
You
I'm
lie.
not going
You
to.
lie. Just the quiet in your mind. Kid, I'm in your head right now. Why are you lying to me?
And he would notice that he genuinely doesn't mind anymore. What hesitation and aggravation and uncertainty and everything else that had been there before his talk with Jack is not there. He is dead certain that he does not mind anymore. I am not lying to you. I am a little upset that he told me to do that in lieu of to meet her before I proposed to Morik. Which I think to
Where
him just like, what? This is bad. This is bad.
you hear the thump, 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 thump. You don't.
Oh,
Everything in your body knows that if you turn around, there's gonna be 3 sets of eyes on you.
what did I say? Like genuine confusion.
Something we'll talk about later. Don't worry about it. Continue.
He just kind of told me that I should meet Layla before I make any big decisions.
Ayla.
Yes.
You said you're a twin, right? An
Yeah,
Eladrin such as yourself.
I would presume so.
There is such a commander named Layla. She's she works as a healing outpost, sort of medics station, if you will, for all intensive care and treatment. She's an Eladrin elf, located in the desert.
Kind of frowns. All right. I'm not going to ask my team to direct our attention to something that selfish. I'll get there when I get there.
Hand on your shoulder.
The lost puppy coding is very real. It's like, I keep saying things that are true and accurate. What's happening? Like that kind of lost puppy.
As the lost puppy act is in, you just hear this certainty and feel this like, I am proud of the man you are becoming. You are a good man.
I know. There are going to be days where I don't believe that. But I know. So what was the reaction about Morik?
That would be something to ask? Okay, which one of you wants to ask? Like he looks at both Isa and Hopper. Hopper, not waiting for a fucking moment. When the fuck did you plan on telling us you were gonna get married? We need to be there for that.
It was just information I was given. Said that it was what happened when you really. No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no, no,
no, no, no, no, no, no. Is the Hopper cast silence on you? No, 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 no.
no. Laughter in the silence.
No, you don't. It's not. You're not told that you're gonna marry somebody. You choose to do that, motherfucker.
There's a little silence. I know.
I know you know. I can read your lips. Stop talking. Focus up. When
Fuck
were you gonna
you.
tell us? Fuck you too. When were you gonna tell us?
Like he's still talking in the silence. Literally just like the cackle.
Were you wait? Were you waiting for the fucking moment before? Like you were gonna fucking. Oh well, we're heading out. By the way, I'm gonna get married. Was that what you were waiting for?
No. Like the accent drops a little bit. No. No, it's not that. It's more along the lines of I was told by somebody that being married meant that you cared so much about a person that you wanted to spend your life with them. And that's what I want.
What?
And something kind of clicks in his brain, and I was like, I haven't told you anything about Morik, have I?
No. No, you have not.
Ah, that explains the reactions. This is similar to how Derek reacted. I really gotta get better about that.
Who's Who's Derek? And Isa just pops up. A vampire hobo.
He's not a hobo.
He knew. No, he knew before us.
He's. He kind of dies a little bit laughing. He knew because he's the first one that showed up after we kind of. And he makes a gesture of like, how do I. I don't know how to explain this other than saying what it is, and I don't even know how to explain it myself. So, we've been together for a while. I'm not sure how far he's willing, and this is me fully knowing what the heart spark means, and he does not. I don't know how far he's willing to take it, but I'm hoping he's as serious as I am.
He better be.
Oh,
From Hopper.
please. I mean, he wouldn't have literally stopped me from. And he stops.
Hmm?
Head shake. No. Head shake. Very much head shake. I'm just like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm better now, but I'm not gonna say that.
Clyde handing you back. Better say it.
He wouldn't have literally stopped me from functionally killing myself if he did not care, to some degree. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just stating a fact. Also, something. I don't know what it is. And he's like moving on from that as if that isn't like the world's like worst thing to say to your parents.
Oh yeah, no. It is like that essence of we're moving past that. We'll handle it a second time. We'll handle it later, whenever it's not gonna fucking change.
Something about a hot spark? I was told about this kind of briefly. From Noctis. Sort of. Noctis and Mark himself. But I don't know what it is. It's kind of like we're bonded. And I don't know how far that goes. Kind of like thinks to himself. Like,
You can find out later.
yes. Like, he's back to being a lost puppy of like, did I say something wrong?
No, just focus.
The ADHD hell of it all. Focus on what? What did I lose track of? I'm like updating you on more. This is like a sequence of events.
And keep going.
And I think he does like fully update them on like some things that happened, and specifically the most recent event of like he met up with them and Jackie kind of, he doesn't phrase it as ditched, but it's more along the lines of I felt like she had left me, even though like that's not what happened. And just kind of like updates them on like Morik. A little too much about Noctis in the same vein. A little bit too much. Of like, it's like, who are you dating? Like, like that stupid fucking best friend nonsense of like, oh, what the, hello?
Okay, so you have your boyfriends, Morik and Noctis, go on.
No. And then I feel like it's a moment of like, he gets so excited talking about Morik and just kind of moves from place to place and starts just yapping about what he knows about Morik and is just so delighted. He looks so happy. They're not going to be free from this for a little while if you want to move on to somebody else.
Alright. Agate, Cupronickel, which one of you wants it? Who wants the talking stick?
I guess I will, because let's be real, this boy's probably gonna get lost on the way there.
Oh yeah. So, Cupronickel, where are you right now?
In town? Question mark.
So you're in town right now.
He went to follow Agate to go and get wood crafting things.
Alright. Did you split up from Agate at all?
From what I was told last session, Agate had left a few minutes prior.
So you're catching up with Agate, is what it was.
Yes.
I'd say about. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take a pause right here, real quick. And when we come back, I'll have my answers on Cupronickel and Agate, what you guys are doing. Okay? Go ahead and pause recording.